Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And it's the W.A.R.T series, it's back, and today we're going to be looking at biographies. Got one? Need one? Let's do it together. It's right before you. Who are you? Who are you? Famous words by a very famous band. I'm not going to sing it because I'll get a copyright claim in the land of YouTube. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're watching over on Facebook, welcome to the show. You can always join us over here at the YouTube at youtube.com/Jade Starr. Or you can always watch the show on Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS. Or watch the show daily in the browser for this website. This whole schmozzle that I call a app music video infotainment. Wasn't a joke, but I'll take it. Let's say hello to the folks here in the chat, and we will get down to business. Hello, Gary Hubbs. Hello, Hetriani. Hello, Dave Fox. Hello, Thomas Christ. Hello, Brad Example. Hello, Kim Harden Hudson. Hello to Andy Goldsby. Hello to who else have I missed? Cy, always effing good to see you. And of course, we cannot forget the incomparable Doctor's Orders. Paying to get also. Ching ching. I sent you an email paying to get. I hope you got it. Let's see who else. As I look down the list, is there anybody? Joe Glenn, hello to you. We're talking about a controversial subject today. It's not that controversial. It is kind of, because I'm kind of going to spoil it in the beginning. Let's see. Patrick Chandler, hello to you. Auntie G's in the house. I think I've got everybody there. Welcome. I hope you're all doing very well. Let me add some volume here. There we go. Bring my mic over a bit closer. Guten Tag. Okay, let's do the normal shit that we cover. Let's do the normal stuff that we cover each day. If there's any app price, I'll jump in the gun a bit. Any price drops or anything like that. There are a few actually. So there's some Amplitude drops for Jimi Hendrix Amplitude stuff. And Mixbox is down half price almost. $79.99 to $47.99. If you don't have Mixbox, I've done a show on it ages ago. It's a really incredible app. Check it out. Worth your time if you have the money to spend. Hello, Russ, 8889. Good to see you also, my friend. Awesome pain to get. Glad you got that. That's all I need to cover there. I wanted to cover also, before we move on, some releases that have come out, because it's very important that we give props to our community here. Check this out. If I open my Apple music, look at all these new fancy albums and music sitting here. Can you see what I see, apart from the new Iron Maiden album? Oh, yeah. It's not too bad, the old Iron Maiden album. Look at that. Look at this cool new thing that's in Apple Music, the animated artwork. How do we get that? I want that on my album, man. Look at it. Oh, dude. To be Iron Maiden, yeah? And be able to do shit like that. That's cool. But you will notice here a couple of new releases from people in this community. Thomas Galane's new album is out. It is a 16-track album. Look at that. Thomas Galane sitting there. Oh, I'm so proud. Also, Kim Hardin-Hudson has these singles. So this one I got to remaster. I played this on my birthday show. Pretty cool. I might end today's show with this, the remastered version. Another single of hers called Phone. So this is on iTunes as well. And look at this, what just dropped today. Thomas Christ, the creator. Good Lord. 18 tracks by Thomas Christ. Available now on the, this is on Apple. I did see it on Spotify. I don't know if it's available for all of you, but it is available here in Australia because I live in the future. Exactly, Thomas. It's the third here. It's all good. Rock and roll. So I actually have the album. It's really, really cool. Digging it. Good stuff. So, yeah. There's some releases to pay attention to. Don't pay attention to this, Bro Job. Even though Bro Job's really cool. It's probably not your cup of tea. Maybe Hetriani's and Gary's. Maybe it's your cup of tea. Good stuff. Alrighty. Let's get into today's subject. Writing biographies. You already have the tools to do it, believe it or not, right? It's in your control. You already have this thing going on. You have all these little places you can go to on the digital footprint that is the internet that already has all this information for you. You may not have written this information, but this information is scattered amongst the things, the footprints that you have left on the internet. What the hell are you talking about? I hear you say. Most of us have YouTube channels. That's why we're here. We're all here on YouTube. We post things to YouTube and people leave comments on our YouTube. So I'm starting with this today before we start talking about actual writing a biography. And I find this to be an incredible tool that not many people take advantage of. And you will notice if you have a Facebook page, this will come in incredibly handy. What am I talking about? People leave comments on your videos. People tell you what they think of you and if they like you and what your qualities are. You already have a wealth of information from the feedback that you get from people, not only from Facebook groups, YouTube channels, comments, all these things, to start taking little pieces of information to start putting together the ever-evolving blurb. And that's right, it is ever-evolving. You must remember that. You're not going to write a blurb that is going to stay static forever. If you are writing that, you're probably dead, and I don't want that from any of you, because your music is always evolving. The way you create video or the way you present yourself is always evolving. Hello, Darren Daniluk. Good to see you. So keep that in mind. And how am I going to show you some of this? I have examples of things that I've done in the past. Now, remember, I'm far from an expert. I'm just somebody who has an opinion on this and believes that we have every day in staring in our faces all of this information. Yes, Kim Harden says, don't be dead, guys. It's the truth. So I'm going to open up a few pages here and show you what I mean by this. So for starters, I have a thing on my, so you would have heard of a page called Reverb Nation, yeah? You may have come across this. If you haven't, I've done a show on it. It is a kind of music streaming service that is more geared towards artists sharing their music to other artists, right? So I'm going to bring up my Reverb Nation page here. And over the next 4 episodes of this W.A.R.T series, over the next 4 weeks, we're going to be covering things like promotion, branding, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, Reverb. I know, Rick Lisk, fucking Reverb Nation. But I'm not sitting here doing an advert for Reverb Nation in saying this. What I'm trying to show you is a way to help with your profile. And what I'm saying by comments, I'm starting with these comments, the things on Facebook, the posts that people leave on your videos on YouTube. So over here on Reverb Nation, there's this little thing called press that you can fill in. And if you have a look at this, it changes. Not too many people could lay claim to this truthfully. Well, hang on. Jade Starr is a modern day superhero fighting for equality. She's a true star. Somebody wrote that on MySpace back in the day. I've kept that, right? From Metal to Maternal is a humorous, poignant, hard-hitting and real, exactly as an autobiographical show. We can open these up and actually show you these. So these are quotes that people have left over the years on my Facebook page, on my MySpace page, on my iTunes page, reviews of things, YouTube channel. These are important things, right? Because you can use these to add to your biography. And we will get to the biography, but here are some of the things that I have on here. So this was from Triple J Unearthed. It doesn't matter when it was. It happened, so you can copy these things. Sometimes it's a good idea to ask the person who's written it if they don't mind you adding it to your profile. So here you can see on Triple J Unearthed, which is a song competition here in Australia from a really big alternative radio station, with a beautiful, painful aesthetic. The puzzle is an honest, self-reflective, lyrical work of art. Thank you. I didn't need to say anything about that song. Somebody else said it for me. Cool tunes, great sound. Simple, powerful song. Check it out. This was a quote from my theatre production I did about my life. I cried, laughed, and left the theatre knowing myself better than ever before. Jade Starr is totally mesmerizing, and her story and music is gut-wrenchingly honest, unique, and will blow you away. Why would I need to fucking write anything? Other people help you by giving you this information that we just sit there and like and heart, but don't pay attention to it. You've got to pay attention to this stuff. There's value in it. You know, it's more than just a like. This is words that people are putting out there that are describing you for yourself. This is one I've used for years, yeah? This one here says, not many musicians have captured the emotional confusion of being transgender, that being transgender brings, but Jade Starr has worn the t-shirt and managed to write it down. Her lyrics are beautifully honest and bring tears to my eyes. On top of that, she's gorgeous. I don't know about that last bit. Things have changed a bit. But you see, somebody took the time to write that, and I've used that quote for years for my music. These are very important to pay attention to this stuff. I know I'm going to harp on about these things. What do we got here? Trans people face discrimination on so many levels. I draw on my experience. Oh, that's me. What am I quoting myself? So these things are important. And why are these things cool? So not only can you use these on like a Reverb Nation account, which has, as you can see, a specific section for it. Also, you have Facebook pages, and most of you people I know will have Facebook pages. And what you can do with this as well is you have review sections. So you can actually go to reviews here and you can share feedback. Now, from what I remember, you can actually do it yourself, right? So it looks like it's coming from you, but you're actually putting quotes in there. So it's another little thing you can add. Even though it looks like it's coming from you, it doesn't matter because it's quotes. Now remember, you don't need to use quotes because you can take some of these quotes and actually bind them into your bio, right? Okay, let me have a little bit of coffee and let's talk about who we are. Who are you? Who am I? All right, what's important? What are the important things we need to tell people about? What are the things we don't? What are the things we're embarrassed about? What are the things that we're proud of? There's so much you can tell, yeah? Who else have I missed? Hello, Bear. Hello, Pete Johns. Hello, I think I said Rick Lisk. Hopefully I've not missed anybody else. All right, let's talk about it. Every day you are surrounded by things that you can write about yourself, even before we get to music, yeah? Even before we even think about our music. We all have mirrors. We all understand the clothing that we wear. We understand the things that we enjoy. We understand the things that we don't enjoy. We understand the things that we are afraid of and the things that we are confident about. We're afraid the things that we may look as our misgivings sometimes can be the things that help you create a bio that may connect with people. We're not living in a world these days where we have huge labels offering us all this money and huge teams giving us all of this PR and promotional bullshit waffle to help connect to people. Does that shit even really work? As musicians, we write songs for ourselves, yeah? So, you know I do. I know many people are looking at Pete had a poll on his show yesterday about, and I think the winner was more, the kind of creativity and what you're putting out there. If you're writing for yourself, do you write for yourself kind of thing? And most of the time, pretty much all the time, yeah, if we're writing for ourselves, we're not writing bullshit, yeah? We're writing about topics and things that matter to us, things that make up who we are, things that are important to us. So already we've got a great building block. Not only do we have quotes from people who write things about our music, we already have lyrics. And the lyrics, what we are saying and what we are spreading as our message in our music are our values and the core belief systems that we have. So it's a beautiful thing to sit down and pay attention to your lyrics. Go through your lyrics. Find lines within your lyrics that are the most important. I do it all the time. Do what makes you happy. It's like my song. It's the song that for quite a few years everybody said to me, that song resonates with me. That song resonates with me. So it's the thing. It's my message. It's what I stick by. Your lyrics have a lot of fantastic information for you. They're not just something that you sing, all right? In saying that, not all of us sing or write lyrics. We have instrumentalists within these communities as well who only write music, yeah? Hello, Hetriani. So within that, we're able to identify the tonality and the kind of sound that we're trying to create with instrumentals, what genres we are. So already you've got quotes that other people say, you've got lyrics, and you've got genre, what kind of tone or what kind of feel, what kind of place are you trying to take people to with your music. Already, you don't even need anything else. There should be enough information there without you even having to divulge one single bit of information about yourself that you may not want to talk about, or you may not feel comfortable about addressing, because it's hard to talk about yourself, yeah? It's hard to write something about yourself. So take advantage of the things you already have. Right. One thing, and I'm sure anybody who's ever worked in a corporate job will know this. So back in the day, when you would go for a promotion each year, or you would go for a bonus at work, yeah, your employer would grade you on your year, what you have done. But over the years, that's changed, especially in the corporate world. And I know me and Pete have talked about this a lot from when he's come from his corporate world. I worked in the corporate world for a long time. These days, in corporate jobs, they get you to appraise yourself and write how you think you've done over the year. What things you think you can improve on. What things you have improved on. And you submit that, and then they decide on if you're going to get a bonus on that. Right? And I remember I worked at American Express for quite a few years, and one person I knew there constantly each year wrote on their self-appraisal for their bonus, "Oh, I really struggled with this during the year, and this was really tough." And each year they weren't getting bonuses, and I was like, "Why? How come you're not getting bonuses? Like, what are you writing in your appraisal?" And they're just like, "Oh, you know how I'm struggling, and it was really hard. I had a really hard year." I'm like, that's why you're not getting a bonus. You're supposed to build yourself up and focus on the things that you think you've achieved, that you think you've done better, right? And then the people who are in control of the moolah can decide, oh yeah, this person's actually able to identify problems, problem solve, can see where they're heading, and they're worth giving a bonus. It's the same kind of thing for a biography, yeah? Because here's the deal, right? Writing a biography is not really going to change anything, yeah? People aren't going to find your biography online and then go, "Oh, that's interesting. I must listen to the music." It's never been that way, in my opinion, yeah? Look at the way popular celebrities, musicians, all these huge people are. They release product, they get popular, and what do consumers do? They want to know more. All right? They don't just stumble across like Rick Astley and go, "Oh, look at this man. He's got a short back and sides and he's kind of boring looking. I better check out his music." No, they find his music, and then after they listen to the music and like it and dance and go, "Never gonna give you," they want to find out more about the person. And that's where a bio is the beginning, because people want to find out a little bit more about you. And you know what? You don't have to give them everything. You can just give them enough, a little bit here. And as I said, a bio is ever evolving. It's always changing, and it should be changing because you're evolving, yeah? Pete says, "I became an expert development review writer in my corporate days." Let me see. I think I missed something else. "If you don't talk yourself up at least a little, others won't do it for you." Exactly, right? But as I said in the beginning, others are doing it for you as a musician. Go back through your comments today. Trust me. Go through a whole bunch of videos and go read the comments and listen to what people are writing about you. It's a wealth of gold. So, I'm going to show you some of how my bios have changed over the years, and then we're going to play some games. God, I feel like I'm back at the corporate world already. Right, we're going to get to know each other, okay? Now, everybody stand like a tree. That's good. You did a good job. All right, we're going to get to know each other a little bit. Okay, so here's the bio that is on my website right now. And I use it pretty broadly across everything, all right? So you'll notice across under the photo here, these main words: non-conforming, gender optimized, creative, disruptor. How did I come about this? Now, this may not be exactly what you need to do, but for me, it sums up everything in a sentence for me. And trust me, it took me a long time to come up with this configuration of words, yeah? And it's not going to come like that. Non-conforming. I don't give a fuck. I do what I do. Don't fucking tell me what to do, or I'll do it the other way. That's it. Gender optimized. I hate the word transgender. It's been weaponized. It's poison. It's used politically and it sucks. And it turns people off, and trans people get murdered for no reason each year. So I tried to create something different around it, because you're allowed to. You're allowed to bend words and make them your own and create something else out of it. I'm gender optimized. I'm an upgrade from the shit that I was before. Non-conforming, gender optimized, creative disruptor. I'm here to fucking put a stick in your spokes. That's what I'm here to do. Sums it up. Very simple. So I've used these across a broad range of almost social media. And you don't need complicated long paragraphs. You can do that, but you want to keep it simple, yeah? Because you don't want to like stress yourself out trying to create this huge like paragraph of 600 words. Fuck that shit. We're not here to like fucking write essays and obsess over it and get fucked over and be like, oh fuck, now I've got anxiety from it. It's meant to be fun, yeah? Just like making the music. Hopefully, like, you understand your music enough to know why you make it. Like, to question yourself, why do I make music? How does it make me feel? How do other people feel from the feedback that you get? Right? All this kind of stuff. Really important. So underneath here I've got... and now you can get a bit wanky with this stuff, because you'll notice with a lot of the stuff I write, being a non-conforming gender optimized creative disruptor, I don't like to use normal words like music. I make music. I find it utterly boring. If you want to do that, that's completely up to you. Completely, right? Because it's not boring. To me, it's boring. So then I can expand on it underneath. And as you can see, there's not a lot of words to this bio here. It's not a great deal. Authentic, unclassifiable frequencies exploding from within Australian gender optimized disruptor Jade Starr. Dark, yet empowering, eclectic frequencies infused with strong, melodic vocal acrobatics and story-driven dialogue to question and inspire. Experimental shades of metal seamlessly bleed into comedic, uncharted, soul-connecting music delivered by Jade Starr and her many unique musical projects. Now, reading that, I've put in there way too many times, my own name. So I should go in here and change this, definitely, because it's ever evolving, right? And you're allowed to change it. And you always, you don't think that if something looks crap or you go back and read it again, it doesn't work. Again, it's like music. Unlimited retries. Rewrite it. Keep messing with it. It's important because, and you don't have to, as I said, give everybody everything about you. You know, what I had for lunch on Tuesday. It went straight through me and I had diarrhea. I might put that on my FMC bio. Now, my website here is quite a long bio. Most people won't even get past this, yeah? But if people want to, on my website, I actually have the entire story of all the bands I've played in my entire life. With photos and stuff. If people want to. But, as you'll see, once I go across to other websites... Like, let's go across to Bandcamp. So here's my Bandcamp. Authentic, unclassifiable frequencies. Same thing. Dark yet empowering. Yep, the exact same thing. It's consistent as well. Like, we're going to talk in another episode of this series about consistency, because you want everything to match and be congruent. Yeah? Again, you don't have to have a different bio on each page. You don't have to like bang your head and go, fucking, I've got to say something different here. No. You don't have to. It's definitely not a thing. But as you will see, going from my website, so this logo is sitting up here in the top corner. And again, I've put the blurb into my logo. Authentic, creative, disruptor. To me, they were the most three important words, and the gender thing didn't really need to be there. It's just, it's expanded. You can expand on points. Yeah? So, Let me have some more coffee. I feel like I'm yelling at everybody. Right, here's the other thing. We all are in this fantastic community of people who we're in these great Facebook groups like Create, Record, Release, and my We All Rise Together group, if you want to use that. Let's address that. Don't we all feel silly writing in the pseudo third person? But who gives a fuck? I feel silly sometimes sitting here screaming in my bedroom, "Suck the mustard" for my new FMC song. I feel like an absolute dickhead. But that's all good, because you're allowed to be a dickhead. And you know what? We're all dickheads at some point. So, look, here's the other thing too with writing bios. There's so much around us away from our music that we see every day just by looking in a mirror. These are important things. How we look, how our outer appearance is. Do we like how we look? Do we hate how we look? It doesn't matter. Like if you are incredibly shy, right, or incredibly anxious, it's not such a bad thing to add that into a bio, right? Say you are acoustic pieces from Canada born, incredibly shy. These kind of things, if you are incredibly shy and you feel comfortable putting that out there, if that's a part of your music, if that's something that you write about, that's not a bad thing. Why? Because it identifies with people. People identify with it. People identify with your music first, yeah? There's something about it that they go, "Oh my God, I get goosebumps. I like that. I want to listen to more of it." They want to find out more about you. They're already connecting with the music that you make. They are already feeling what you got, what you're putting out, yeah? They already know you're probably anxious. Putting that out there is, and you may not feel comfortable doing it, but if your music is, it's like, if I think about someone like Josephine DeSmet, yeah? So we know Josephine DeSmet. I find her incredibly quirky. Right? If I was writing a bio for her, I would have to put the word quirky or unique or something like non-conforming, something that, because that's what she is to me. That's what I see, that she doesn't fit into a box, right? And the way she writes music is really like fucking in your face, hardcore shit, man, like about, domestic violence and stuff like that. So you would have to touch on those. Do you not have to? What am I saying have to? There are no rules. That's the thing. But these are amazing things that you can put in that you already have, but that's the thing, Rick. Pete, all you have to do, here's the thing, Rick. For example, when I first came across Pete's music, and I'll come to you in a minute, Thomas. When I first came across Pete's album, let's bring it up here so you know what we're talking about. La 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 la. Pete Johns. Who is this guy, Pete Johns? No idea. Pete Johns. For God's sake. All right. So this particular album here, if I can find it, singles and A. Here we go. So his album there. The thing about Pete Johns, I came across Pete Johns on YouTube, like we all did, looking for help with GarageBand, yeah? And then I started watching his videos. And then I started watching him make music. And I thought, who is this funny little man? Who is this funny little man sitting here telling me what to do with music and sharing his behind-the-curtain stuff? I want to know more about this man. And I watched him put together the second half of his album, this album here. Every day, not all every day, but almost every day, in front of me. And then when this album dropped, I listened to the album and, man, what I got from it, I've told Pete this, and I think I wrote this full-on review on this album on his iTunes. I felt like from start to finish, I just heard the story of this man's entire life and the battles he's gone through, and the people in his life who've been assholes, and the people who've come into his life who've changed his life, like his wife, and all these amazing things. I feel like from start to finish, I went through this journey with this person. But I hadn't got that from watching his videos. So his music did all of that for me. And it only made me want to find out more, right? And then I went to his website, his Studio Live Today, read more, watched more. People are already going to get pulled into your music. So that's the most important thing. Thomas. So yeah, getting to the anxiety thing, Pete got, fought through all this stuff by writing music. And it's the reason why he's such a fantastic speaker these days now, and why we all sit there glued to watching him every day and just thinking he's such a wonderful human being, because he did it through this music. I won't say defeated, because you never really defeat anxiety and all that stuff. It's always sitting on your shoulders, poking at you. Yeah. I saw Thomas Christ. Does a bio have to be written in the third person as if someone else wrote it? Of course not. You can write I. Now, and it all comes down to personal opinion, Thomas, or personal what you feel comfortable with. Everything's about what you feel comfortable with divulging about yourself, yeah? Because at the end of the day, this is something this is that little bit of TMZ. When somebody goes, oh, I like that song, I want to find something else. Instead of worrying about TMZ doing a horrible expose on you, you're able to control the information that you give out in your blurb, how much you want to give. You can write it about yourself as, I did this. I am a blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've battled with it all the time. So some of my old things used to say, I. It's totally up to you. There's no correct way to do it. The reason I don't do it now is because I feel like I talk about myself far too often. Because I do a show every day. So I try to write a bio from another perspective. Now, this takes me to another point. You also can use the people within this community around us, right? Ask somebody to write something for yourself. Why not? Sometimes the people around us that we see each day, like we see each other in this chat every day, yeah? We see things in each other that we might not see in ourselves. And that's where I'm going back to the comments that people post on our videos and stuff. Like, so it's nice to have people say, hey, great song and stuff, but you'll find when you go through your comments, there will be people who write some really fantastic stuff that, say, hey, I really connected with this song. It made me cry. It made me feel like this. That's gold right there. That's absolute fucking gold. I just want to check. Cool. So, but it's not limited to music too, yeah? So, as I was touching a little bit before, we look in the mirror every day. We see how we change. We see the things that we're not happy with. We see the things that we are happy with. We enjoy certain things that are away from music. We enjoy other pursuits. Other pursuits can be a part of what makes up our music. You can actually put this stuff into your bios, yeah? You can definitely do that. If you're a crazy video gamer, right? Remember, there are no rules. There's no fucking right way. And if anybody tells you they're bullshitting you, yeah? So you could put in electronic music, whatever, electronic music from Southampton, ready to whatever, and addicted to video games. You can put those kind of things in there, things that you like, that pursuits that interest you, because what people are looking for is just to find a little bit more about you, to just connect a little bit more with you, just to find out a little bit more. And the reason why I'm doing this, to try and encourage people to maybe I am Rick, to do this, is because I've interviewed lots of you guys, yeah? I've had a lot of people on my show, and if you've been on my show, you know the deal. I normally send you an email and say, send me some links to your stuff. And, I never ask for a bio because I know many people don't have bios. But then what I do is I go and look at the stuff you send me, or whoever I have on the show, and try and find information from within what you send me. And I find not a lot of stuff. Yeah? It makes it hard. So I've got to then go in and draw from all I have, which is your music. And if I know you on Facebook, I will go into your Facebook page, load up your Facebook page and go and look at your interests, find out where you're from, and try and gather information. And if you look at the blurbs that I write for the shows, a lot of the time I've had no information. I've just done my best to create that. So if you've been on my show for an interview or anyone else's show, it's a good idea to now, next step, next level, take it up. Just write this tiny little bio, this 2 sentences, 2 to 3 sentences, 1 sentence, a few words, whatever it is. Just something that helps people understand who you are a little bit more. Pete, the issue with eyes is that it can sometimes remove what's in it for the audience. Yeah, it's true. It's kind of like, you know, it's that you're getting up there and preaching. I struggle with the whole eye thing. Yeah, Hetriani, when I had you on the show, man, and look, don't take this as I'm singling people out. You guys, most of you have been on the show, yeah? So, and if you haven't been on the show, maybe you will soon. So hopefully you got a bio for the next time. But yeah, I looked at your stuff, Hetriani, and was like, man, this guy's just a multi-instrumentalist who likes making music. I don't fucking... Oh, you're lucky I know your music, buddy. Well, the interesting thing is, Hetriani, all right? You've already got a name. You've already got this name that you've created for yourself. This Hetfield, Satriani thing combined together. You already have the making of the beginning of a bio. There's already stuff to write about. Just your name. Those 2 names that you've combined and why you've done that. There's already enough there. Yeah? So, and anything else on top of that is absolute cherry on the cake. Yeah, it's a threat, Rick, and I'm coming for you next. Rick, I asked Rick to come on my show and he still hasn't come on my show. Maybe when he does, he'll have a bio. Because it's important, yeah? It's important. It's important for you to be able to write, to look, and the thing is too, it's hard because, like, you're thinking, I'm going to be judged for what I'm writing. You got to try and remove that as much as possible. Again, go back to your lyrics. You're already spewing out these things from within. You're already like fucking vomiting your bullshit all over people. Not bullshit, but your emotional stuff. The things that you care about. It's already there. It's and I know I'm trying to make it sound easy. And it is. Because all the things you do, everything you do each day, the places you go, the things you like, the people you love, the things you hate, the things that you're scared about, that's normally coming out from your music already, you know? So, look, there are easy ways to write this stuff down. Just grab a notepad, grab an iPad, grab whatever, and just write a shitload of words about yourself. Go through these comments, read what people have written about you. Read your lyrics, find things within lyrics. You've got the easy stuff like where you live, what style your music is. So there's all that basic stuff, yeah? And if you feel like it's a bit boring, change the words. If you've got the word band, I don't know, call it a gathering of poor people. Use your imagination. Use websites. There's a whole lot of really great websites out there that you can look up where you can find the definitions of words, other words to express simple words. You know what I'm saying? Like I always use the word frequencies over music because, you know, we're all living in a frequency soup each day, and music is just probably the only frequency that we should be speaking because it's the only one that seems to bring us together as a species. I'll get off my high horse right now. Let me open up something else. I think I had something else here to look at. So yeah, go to my Facebook page again. So you only get a lot of a very small amount of text to put on Facebook profiles. So this is my one again: musician, teacher, YouTuber, authentic, disruptive, gender optimized creator. Do I need to write anything else there? I don't think so. That's, to me, that's enough, you know. And again, there's no rules. if it's got a web link or something to it where you can actually elaborate. It's up to you if you want to elaborate. You don't have to. You can. Totally up to you, you know. And look, today, none of this is scripted or anything today, as you can tell. I'm just speaking from my heart to you guys. Like, what I see is a lot of people who have, in the last year, progressed by incredible leaps and bounds. And I'm talking about, you know, all the people who watch this show, people in chat, people across a lot of the channels. Everybody is just like exploding. Yeah? Like a dick in a porno. Yeah. Thanks, Peppy. But no, you're all exploding. So the next level is to level up and just write some simple words about yourself, right? And that's it. I see most of you all over on YML each week, and I see people writing comments to each other. Really wonderful things people are saying to each other. I'm going to head back to that because you already have the ingredients to write some fantastic stuff, because you have this amazing feedback loop of people, yeah, constantly helping you out, yeah. An artist, a poor person who does art or music, yeah. Like, don't be afraid to do stuff like that. You know, I am Jade Starr, an incredibly poor person because of my art, you know. These things are very easy to come up with because they're true. And the thing is, this isn't a fucking... I'm going to hit you with some fucking really hard-hitting shit here. This isn't an application for a job or a fucking house or a rental apartment, right? You don't need to bullshit with your references on here because people will see through it. They're already listening to your music. They already know more about you than what you actually realize, right? So people can see through shit. You don't need to bullshit. If you fucking got anxiety about writing a bio, put it in your fucking bio. Why not? I have trouble writing, incredibly uncomfortable about writing words about myself. Musician, you know, now I'm just throwing stuff out. I wouldn't put that down, but that kind of thing. Why the fuck not? Because at the end of the day, people identify with it. That's the most important thing. You want to identify with people. That's what we're doing with our music. Our music reaches people. That's why people listen to it. It resonates with them. To be as honest as possible is the most important thing, yeah? Most important thing. Because if you can't be honest with the people who are listening, they'll fucking see through it. People are like that. And you don't need to gloss it up with bullshit. You don't need to. As I said in the beginning of this, we're not all signed to massive record labels. We don't have these huge promotional teams who are writing all this guff about us. That absolutely means bullshit. I mean, how many times have we, like, you know, some big artist has got really huge, and then it comes out that, I don't know, they're Gary Glitter. You know. Yay, Gary Glitter. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can you imagine all the PR teams who wrote all this great stuff about Gary Glitter only to find out, you know, that Gary Glitter was, you know. So be honest. Be honest. If you have trouble writing a bio, put it in there. That's what I say. And, you know, you might look back at it in about a month's time and go, you know what? I think I can write something better than that. Go back. Change it. And when you do change it across everything, yeah? Make sure you keep in check with all the pages that you have, yeah? So your Facebook, your Twitter, if you have that, your Instagram. Make them all look consistent. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing, because if you've got something from like 3 years ago and all your current pages are all up to date with your latest album and what you're currently doing, and then you've got this fucking bio back over on like Twitter from 4 years ago going, I don't know what to say here. You're just doing yourself a disservice, because, you know, ultimately, we're at the end now. I should have said this at the beginning. I don't have the answers, yeah? You have the answers. You know who you are. You write the songs that make the whole world sing. So just start simple. Don't make it don't make it a thing that you have to bash yourself over the head. Don't make it a thing that you feel shit about and it's a struggle and you get anxious about. Just write a few words. Just, I guess what Pete says, just start. Just do it. Throw it out there. Put it on across all your bios. See how it floats. You probably won't notice a big difference in like album sales or anything like that. But what you will notice is like, you won't notice much at all. But people will notice. People will read these things and they'll just, it's that little, I know I get it all the time. Because here's the thing. We don't have CDs and records anymore. We don't have these physical things to hold on to that open up and read and that are precious to us anymore. So bios are important no matter how big they are, just for that little bit of information, because we don't have these physical things to touch anymore. And I know it sounds like gaff maybe to some people, and it may be, and there may be, there's people out there who just listen to music who give a fuck about your bio. That's true too. But I think you never know when your music will blow up either, and you never know if somebody's going to ask you to come on their show to be interviewed. And it's quite helpful to have that information out there. So when someone like me says, go and check out this person's links, go and do this stuff. If there's a few words there that just say something. And, if I go back to my page before I close this out, I've got multiple bios because I'm in so many bands, which is ridiculous. I'll show you, because you can imagine FMC for me would be totally different than Dread Circus. Formed in 1999 by Gender Optimized. See that? I've used the same branding from my other Jade Starr for FMC. Formed in 1999 by Gender Optimized rocker Jade Starr, aka Sister Fister. Who recorded the debut FMC CD using a Sodium PlayStation as a backup drummer. CD featured 9 tracks of pure, unadulterated toilet humor combined with trashy metal riffs and guttural vocals. The CD attracted many fans for some reason. So Fister began, and this is a little bit different because it's more of a story biographical kind of thing. Whereas Utensils, my other project, this one here, is actually a full story. So I've gone for a full story, but the main catchphrase you'll notice throughout everything is beyond music. Beyond noise, beyond music. Every single thing has at the end of it, beyond music, beyond noise, beyond AI. So there's always this constant tag that is in here. So these are just albums, talking about the albums and such. What else? Metheist. I don't think I have one for Metheist. I think I just have how the album was created. So again, not important for that particular project. Gladys Worthington has a story. Gladys Worthington is your mum. Is the mum you never wished for. Is the mum you wished you never had, and the grandmother who will drive everybody mad. There you go. I can't even read mine writing in your glasses. Have fun with it. If I don't look how ridiculous this is. A now retired sex and satisfaction therapist and proud mother of a flaming homosexual son who she lives with since her husband suffered a massive heart attack on the job while visiting a lady of the evening in King's Cross, Sydney. What the fuck kind of bio is that? What the fuck, man? But it's comedy. You can have fun. Like this kind of thing you can take the piss out of. So at the end of the day, have fun with it. Don't let it scare you, all right? Honestly. Because you're already there. All right, I've rambled on enough. So hopefully you've got something out of this. Hopefully you can like talk to each other, right? Look, if there's somebody here in the chat, ask them to write some words about you. Why not? Do it for each other. Message each other on your messenger, wherever you are, and say, will you write a 2 sentences about what you think my music is? Can it hurt? No. If you're good friends and like you actually know each other's music, do it. It's another way to get an outside opinion. Take that, mix that with some of the comments people have left. Think about the things you like. What message are you trying to portray with your music? Do it in the first person. Do it in the third person. Do it in the eighth person. I don't really care. Just do it, yeah? You know, that's a really good idea, Pete. Should do a follow-up where, you should do a follow-up where you write a few examples of bios for others. All right, let's do that. So what we'll do on the next W.A.R.T series, on the next W.A.R.T episode, I will put together 5 bios for people. I will go through their music. I'm not going to tell you who. All right, so this is my homework. I give you my solemn promise now. And the next show, which is next week, this time, same bat channel, we'll be looking at fuck me, my brain is it's too early. We'll be looking at color and marketing and the way your images and stuff that you use, cross promotion, yeah. Good stuff. So we'll be looking at that, and I'll open the show with 5 bios that I'll come up with for 5 of you, and we'll see what happens. And if you like it, you use it, and if you don't, you can tell me to get fucked, yeah? Boom. Good stuff. All right. What's coming up today? Tom, are you doing a show today? Is it actually today, Tom Christ? Or is it tomorrow? I fucking don't know, man. I don't know. There you go. Brad Example has just put it out there. Brad Example said, if anyone needs a bio, just write me. I'd love to give it a shot. These are the things we should be doing for each other, yeah? This is what makes community awesome, yeah? Because we're here every day. We see each other every day. What's it cost? I'll tell you what it costs. Nothing. So, awesome. You're premiering an album tonight. So, is that in... What is it? What are we? 6, 7... Is that in 2 hours' time, Thomas? Is it tomorrow? Oh, man. I'm confused. Hang on. Let's have a look. Let me bring up Thomas Christ here on my YouTube before we go. I'm going to play a song out today as well from somebody. Let's see. Thomas Christ. Q&A. Here it is. So there's a Q&A, and here's the album. And it's in 2 hours' time. There you go. Thank you, Thomas. It is in 2 hours' time. So make sure you head over and check it out, because Thomas has just dropped his brand new album, The Creator, and he's going to be doing the full-length LP on YouTube, and then he's following it up directly after with a live Q&A. And so head over there and do that. I've got the album. It's wicked. If you haven't got the album, fucking get it, because it's really good. And I've got a stake in it because I mastered it, so fucking get it, yeah? I'll come and I'll punch you all up, yeah? Good stuff. And all right, so tomorrow I'll be back looking at a new app that has just recently come out. I can show you this now. So I'm looking at this tomorrow. This is called Riffler. It is a instant guitar riff generator. It's really cool, yeah? You want a sneak peek before we go? Check it out. You can open this app and within a second do this. Random, hit play. You can make music at the click of a button and then export it as MIDI. It's really cool, hey? But we'll look at that tomorrow. Stop. Good. So we'll look at that tomorrow. And yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. I hope you got something out of this. Sorry if it came across like I was just waffling on. I kind of was waffling on, but it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, it's your bio. You have all the answers, yeah? All of them. Don't be afraid to tell people, yeah? Because you're worth it. Your music's great. Or just tell it like it is. Be real, and I'll tell you what. It's the easiest thing to do. Just tell it like it is. I am going to play a song and go out with the lovely Kim Harden-Hudson with her track Time. And I bid you all a farewell. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you over at Tom's show today. And if not, I'll see you tomorrow on this show. And have a great one, yeah? Let's do this. And let's play some Kim Harden-Hudson. Boom. If I hit play.
I can't believe we're 16. I never thought I'd make it this far. In my own car, driving to Moody's party, riding beside me on the way to school. Listen to what we want to. I'm afraid I'll lose you this time. Will you recognize me next time? If there is one. Send me away. Isn't it just the weirdest thing, the way it never seems to make it here, and then it disappears. What if I lose all the time? What if last time was the last time I ever see you?
I can see Auntie G, and I can see Kim, and Rick Lisk, and Thomas, and Doctor's orders. Magic mirror, tell me do, tell me do.